he went to the masjid, and now he didn't even pray his Zohar. So what should he be doing? He should be going and joining the Jamaat with the intention of Zohar first. He has to pray his, even with the Imam, and Imam is praying, certainly, surely, 100% sure that the Imam is praying his Asr. But still, when you are praying with the Imam, you have to pray your Zohar with the Imam. And then you joined him, and whatever you get with the Imam, you complete it. And then what is remained, you just complete it after the Imam has finished his Salah. But the sequence will not change. Sequence will still remain the same. Same thing when you enter the masjid and at the time of Isha prayer, or at the time of Maghrib prayer, and Imam is still there, he's praying his Isha or Maghrib, and whatever the prayer that you have missed, you can join him with that intention. Alhamdulillah. So this is, alhamdulillah, my brothers and sisters, this is our Islamic, live show, question answer show. And you can put your questions directly on the chat box. You can put your question in English, Urdu or Arabic. You can also put your questions through the call. So my brothers and sisters, this is our live show. And alhamdulillah, you can continue watching this program and send the links to the people that you know. Alhamdulillah. मेरा कनेक्शन दे दो. So this is, alhamdulillah, the weather is not very clear over here. Wherever, sometimes the connection becomes so dull that you might think that I have closed the show. No, the show will inshallah go on till 9 o'clock. Alhamdulillah, we still have got 20 minutes to run the show. Alhamdulillah, my brothers and sisters, keep on tuning in, because this is our live show, and this show is about Islamic question answers. You can put your questions in English and Urdu and Arabic if you want, alhamdulillah. And please send the link to your contacts, and they can inshallah join us. You might be thinking that this is like Islamika on Islam channel, that they have a break. So whenever you find that there is a disconnection on the channel, then consider that this is like a break. Otherwise, normally I don't like to go for the break, and I like, taking all your questions and try to share with you. So my brothers and sisters, also give us your feedback, because in our team, when we talk about our shows on YouTube, my team has got so many times they have suggestions that we could change the time. Sometimes we could also change the day, and sometimes because during the same time, 8 p.m. of UK, there are other Islamic channels which are very famous channels and very important channels are there, where people might be having the same live show with them. So they might be, watching those programs, so they will not be able to attend or join with me. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. So, alhamdulillah, the more people join us, the more benefit all of us will get, and more reward we will get. But still, our show will not stop, and it will continue, inshallah, even with 1 person, 2 persons, whatever the number of people are coming and joining us. Alhamdulillah. So this is our live show, my brothers and sisters. And make sure that you use the opportunity of asking the questions in English, Urdu, or Arabic. And also, you can use the telephone line You can use the telephone line that is given on the screen to call us, and you can use the chat box to type your question into English, Arabic, and Urdu. Alhamdulillah. So, my brothers and sisters, this is our live show, and alhamdulillah, yes, poor connection. I know that the weather is not good, and because of that, we can't help. Alhamdulillah, this is something which happens naturally. So, but still, my brothers and sisters, whatever the opportunity we can use, this is all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are doing our best. We believe in Allah. We practice Allah's religion to the best of our ability, and we come on shows like this to teach the people and to learn as well. So, alhamdulillah, this is our live show, and as I was saying, that the prosperity and the success of the people is all based on learning of the Quran, understanding of the Quran, practicing of the Quran, because Quran is revealed to the whole humanity. It's not only for the Muslims. This is again a wrong understanding, and Muslims think that the non-Muslim cannot benefit from the Quran. I can say no. The non-Muslims can also benefit from the Quran, alhamdulillah, and there is no concept that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed the Quran upon the humans, and humans can be Muslims as well as non-Muslims. So there is no point thinking that Islam, the Quran can only benefit those people who believe in it. Yes, of course, the Quran will benefit only those people who believe in the Quran. But that does not mean that the Quran will not benefit the non-Muslims. Definitely, those non-Muslims who will study the Quran, and if they are thinking that this is a divine book, and they want to know the truth of the book, even if they critically study, they will end up with Islam, they will end up with Iman, they will end up with this, religion. So, alhamdulillah, there's no point in thinking that there is no religion and there is no, subhanallah, they will not benefit because they are kafir and it will not be helpful to them. So, my brothers and sisters, never ever think like that. Alhamdulillah, we are Muslims, and we should be thankful to Allah that Allah has given us this book and made us to understand it. So when we are learning this Allah's religion and when we are practicing it, then definitely we will benefit. But the hidayah is open. Hudal linnas. Hudal linnas. Allah has said that the Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran hudal linnasi wa bayyinatin min al-huda wal furqan. So the Quran is revealed for the whole humanity, for the whole mankind. And anybody who wants to learn it, who wants to understand it, who wants to believe in it, who wants to practice it, definitely this Quran will serve the purpose. But the thing is, my main subject was that if even Muslims, if they don't practice the Quran, if they don't listen to the Quran, then they won't be able to practice the religion. So my brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, we have got another 15 minutes. And as you know that this is our live show, and you can call me through the phone that is given on the online, on the screen. It starts with 00447593229380. That's international number, and locally it is 07593229380. And you have a chat box in front of you. Alhamdulillah, you can write the questions in English, Urdu, or Arabic. Alhamdulillah, as I said, that don't get upset, because I'm alhamdulillah not upset with the system, because whatever the facilities that Allah has given to us, we are using it. We are applying. There are people who do not even have access to internet. There are people who do not have the access to even communicate with their own people. So alhamdulillah, at least whatever the minutes, whatever the time that Allah has given to us, and if we can benefit from this, and we can chat with each other, we can contact with each other, we can discuss our religion with each other. So alhamdulillah, I know today, because it is after a break, we have started this show again, but inshallah, hopefully, next Saturday at 8 o'clock in the evening. Inshallah, hopefully you will ready to join me, and also you will invite other people. At least, you can invite one person, so at least you will get the reward of that, the person that is joined by your invitation. Also, my brothers and sisters, the Quran is telling us about the past. And when we study about the past, the Quran tells us that there were two types of people who believed in Allah and people who rejected Allah. And again, Quran speaks about those people who believed in Allah. They were in the test, they were in the hardship, and they had success in their life at the end. And also Allah speaks about the second type of people, that those who were disbelievers, at time they were powerful, they were thinking that they are strong, and then at the end they ended with calamities and disasters, and they have destroyed themselves. So that's the Quranic information with regards to the past. Quran also speaks about the future. So, but when we as Muslims, when we learn Quran and understand the Quran, so this is how we have to understand that the Quran is teaching us from the past how to prepare ourselves. Sheikh, can people donate their organs to science or to your family? I'm with the opinion that if I die, any part of my body that can be used to the humans, I can just say use it. But there are scholars, they say no, the organ should not be donated, and because it is mutilation of the human body, and disrespecting, and when people will be resurrected, when Allah gave them the whole life, everything was complete, then why to cut down the body and then donate it to the people? What's the point? I don't agree with all those arguments. As far as my part is concerned, I have already said this thing into my Jummah khutbahs, that we as Muslims are born to benefit the humanity. Khairun nasi anfa'uhum. Bismillah. Like Rasulullah has said that the best people are those who benefit the people. So if I can benefit the people while I am alive, why can't I benefit the people after I am dead? So alhamdulillah, for me, my understanding is that if after my death any part of my body can be used to benefit the humans, I can say that they can use all of it, inshallah. So that's my opinion. And it's based on the other people's own opinion. But as far as the matter is concerned, your question is not like very straightforward, because there are difference of opinions in that too. So as I was saying, that the reason why Allah has spoken about the past in the Quran is to teach us that there were the nations, and there were two types of people, believers and disbelievers, and how they lived in their life and how they ended their life, and what was, what came into their life. So this is a lesson for us, because we are also nation, and for us the problem is the same, that if we are believers, then whatever Allah has spoken about the believers in the past, that same thing will happen to us. And if we are disbelievers, the same thing will happen to us, what has happened to the disbelievers in the past. And then Allah speaks about the future. Future means there are certain informations which are given to us, that future will be, this is how your future will be. If you are a believer, this will be your future. If you are a disbeliever, this will be your future. And then at the end of the day, your life will be, ended. Everything on the face of the earth will die, will perish. Kullu man alayha fan wa yabqa wajhu rabbika dhul jalali wal ikram. Everything that is existing on the face of the earth will perish, except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So based on that, Allah speaks about the future too. Future again, same thing. For the believers, this will be the future. For the disbelievers, this will be the future. And then the Qiyamah will come. But what is about the present? Present is, subhanallah, an opportunity. Present is an opportunity for all of us, and that opportunity can be, good or bad, but that can be understood from the light of the Quran. So, alhamdulillah, Quran is a book which is eternal, and its message is, there's no expiry date for that. We can, anytime in our lifetime, we can learn the lessons from the past, and we can prepare ourselves from the future by making the best use of our present life with the help of the Quran. So that was my first start of my khutbah, the show, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, has sent, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent this Quran, and this Quran is the main source for the prosperity and the success and the victory of the nations, and it is also the source for the downfall of the people. So if you go by it, the prosperity, the victory, the success is certain. If you go against it, then the downfall is certain. So alhamdulillah, with this, my brothers and sisters, we have got another 4-5 minutes left for ending our show. So inshallah, hopefully next week when I will join you at 8 p.m. Saturday. And in case if you have got any other questions, or if you think that next time, so this is our permanent show, inshallah, at this time. So far, we will not change anything. We'll continue next Saturday, 8 o'clock, unless if there is anything, subhanallah, happened in the nature with Allah's permission, then we can't help it. But otherwise, our show will continue, inshallah, every Saturday, 8 o'clock, UK timing, and the description will tell you that there are international timing available for the show that we will start, alhamdulillah. So you can use it and tell your friends, tell your brothers and sisters, inshallah. And that there are so many things happening in day-to-day life, so many questions. Like one of the brothers, mashallah, day before yesterday, I was at his house, and he was shocked because one of the one of his colleagues in the office working with him asked him that why Islam is giving importance to the circumcision. Allahu Akbar. And he says that the person was saying that when the child is born in a normal status. Why do you have to circumcise the child for no reason? So the boy was confused, and he couldn't give the answer, and because he could not give the satisfactory answer to the person who asked him, he was upset. And so this is one of the examples, alhamdulillah, we have to remember that. I won't give you the answer now because it will take more explanation and more time to give the answer, but if you have any query, then you can put that question, inshallah, next time, and then I will give you the detailed answer for that. But he asked me that question, and he was upset because being a Muslim and 31-year-old Muslim, he can't even answer this question to a non-Muslim who was agnostic. That person wasn't even believing in God, but he was confused. He was not denying the existence of God, but he was confused. So that person was asking that question, and he couldn't answer that person's question. So he thought that, oh, I'm a Muslim and I'm 31-year-old person and believing in Islam, and I can't answer this question of a non-Muslim. Why is that? So this is one of the examples that we, in day-to-day life, we might be sitting with our friends, we might be sitting with the Muslims, non-Muslims, and sometimes the question will come in our head, and we can't give the answer. We try our best to give the answer, but sometimes we can't give the answer, so we get upset. So this is an opportunity, my brothers and sisters, that alhamdulillah, you can, give them this link, or also you can sit with them and, note down their questions, and then bring those questions in our show, and I'll try my level best to answer all your questions. So my brothers and sisters, now inshallah I want to conclude this show. So please pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give us sincerity to speak the truth in the light of the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, to understand them, accept them in the hearts and apply them in the life. And also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give us sincere iman, sound health and everlasting halal wealth. And this is the weekend, mashallah, and I wish you all best in your life, inshallah, and also wish you best in your weekends with your families, with your wife and children, your husband and your brothers and sisters and your friends. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.